I'm Tracy Lockwood Beckerman. I'm a registered dietitian in New York City, and it's my job to help you figure out what to eat and why. Today we're talking about a hot topic in the world of health and nutrition: alternative cheeses. Alternative cheeses have scooched their way in next to alt milks and meatless meats in the race for the best vegan alternatives for our favorite grocery goods. But what are they? Are they actually cheddar? I mean, better for you? Why would I switch? And with all these new options popping up, what would I even switch to? Alt cheeses are cheeses made from dairy-free alternatives, such as almonds, cashews, and soy. Alt cheeses have been filling a void for peeps with dairy allergies or intolerances. Some of these alt cheeses are so dang good that they look, smell, and even feel like real cheeses. So, without further ado, here are some of my thoughts on the most popular options. If there's one brand that you've probably heard of, it's Daiya, a deliciously dairy-free option to cheese. Daiya products are made primarily of tapioca flour, so they are free of dairy, gluten, and soy. I like them because they make it all. You name it, they got it. So yes, they are definitely a crowd pleaser. Their cheddar cheese only has 1 gram of protein per 2 tablespoon serving. So remember, if you're looking for a good source of protein, this is not the answer. Lisinati is allegedly the original almond cheese. People are obsessed with this brand. Their alt cheese uses a blend of almond, soy, and basmati rice to mimic the taste and texture of real cheese. However, there is a caveat. Although their products do not contain lactose, they do contain casein, a milk-derived protein, so it's not 100% vegan or dairy-free. That being said, thanks to the casein, they do have a good amount of protein per serving, close to 6 grams per ounce, which is similar to the protein in a cow's cheese. Another almond-based option is Kite Hill. This environmentally conscious and innovative brand has earned its place at the table with its uber-popular cream cheese style spread. Some would even argue that it even tastes better than the real thing. Because their products are derived from almonds, they have a tiny bit of calcium, but unfortunately no vitamin E, despite being naturally found in almonds. The fans are abuzz because of the short, wholesome ingredient list, vegan promise, sustainable and plant-based mission, good amount of protein, and their initiative to stay away from artificial preservatives. You may be wondering what nutritional yeast is doing on this alt cheese episode. Well, Bragg's deactivated yeast, described as nutty and cheesy in flavor, is the #1 alternative for Parm cheese. What's great about nutritional yeast is that it's dairy-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free, but it's also a major source of energizing B vitamins like B12. Sorry, bae, but Bragg's is the new queen bee in town. It's even quite low in sodium compared to other alt cheeses, and just 1 tablespoon has 20 calories and 2 grams of protein, so it's pretty nutrient-rich too. Treeline is a 100% dairy-free, environmentally friendly cashew spread that's creamy, tangy, and honestly so good you won't know it's actually dairy-free. Their soft French-style nut cheeses coming from Brazilian cashew nuts are gluten-free and paleo-friendly. Depending on the flavor, these cheeses have 3 to 5 grams of protein per serving, which is great. They also have an admirably short ingredient list and are relatively low in sodium, which is a tough feat for cheese products. What makes them extra special are the live cultures in their cheeses, coming from Lactobacillus acidophilus, making Treeline a solid source of probiotics too. My fave pick is the Kite Hill Chive cream cheese style spread because it tastes just like the real thing, if not better, and has a short and real ingredient list that I can stand behind. As far as being nutritionally better for you, I'm not 100% convinced. It's like comparing apples to oranges. They are just nutritionally very different because lots of these alternative cheeses contain much less protein, pack a pretty hefty ingredient list, and are lacking in the calcium and vitamin D departments. Some are also pumped up with sodium and often contain just as much saturated fat as regular cheese, just from coconut oil rather than from animal products. Ugh! That being said, milk cheeses contain cholesterol, whereas alt cheeses don't. Some alt products contain lower calories than traditional cheeses, But if you are switching just for the hell of it, you may end up doubling or tripling the amount of cheese that you normally would eat. Huh? You GOUDA BRIE kidding me? With all of these options to choose from, all cheeses provide great alternatives for vegans and lactose-sensitive individuals. But don't expect to find the same nutrients in all cheeses as you would in dairy cheeses, especially when it comes to protein, calcium, and vitamin D. And some alt cheese products are highly processed to help resemble the flavors, texture, and smell of regular cheese, so take note. No matter where the cheese comes from, animals or nuts, we can all agree it should be consumed with the moderation mentality. Always read the nutrition labels and ingredient list before purchasing. In case of emergency, subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel! You didn't think that was funny? Are you lactose intolerant?